Greetings. With the Switch 2 coming out in like half a year, it's quite obvious that the Nintendo Switch needs some things to make it a great system. But what are those things? Well, first thing it needs is background music like on the menus, like the Wii, Wii U, GameCube, 3DS, all had some nice music in the background and it added a nice vibe to this system and a lot of personality. Personally, I think the funky tunes at the end of the trailer would be nice, but that's just my opinion, and they could probably add a different track, but I'm in favor of the funky tunes at the end. Like, those were really funky. The second thing we need is something that everyone has been demanding since the announcement of the Switch, and that's a port of Skyrim. Since the hit game Skyrim hit in 2011, the game has been seemingly forgotten by Todd Howard throughout the years, and I feel like a Skyrim Special Edition or Anniversary Edition would be nice to add to the system. But anyways, we should have a port of Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch 2. Third thing we need is something to do with the second USB-C slot, and I think that a fucking chainsaw should be attached so you can play your favorite games while doing some yard work or figuring out why chainsaws are only used as weapons in movies. Fourth thing we need, again, with the extra USB-C slot, it should be used as a grounding wire so construction site workers can play while operating the very safe equipment while doing electrical work. Fifth thing we need, giving the extra USB-C slot a break, let's see something with the Joy-Cons. Now, we do know that they look like a mouse. Now, this could be used so we can port the best PC games like Hearts of Iron 4, introducing kids to the very enormous fandom known as the Hoi 4 fandom. But I do think this could mean that it could be used as a Roomba. Just imagine being able to use your Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons as a Roomba. Just imagine all the little Timmies being able to vacuum their rooms, or Roomba their rooms, by just putting the Joy-Cons on the floor. Sixth, looking at the game slot, we know it's going to be backwards compatible with the Switch, but we can do one better, like DS, 3DS, Wii, Neo Geo, Pegasus, Nokia N-Gage, Virtual Boy, and the ColecoVision. Seventh, the Switch 2 obviously needs to have some pre-installed software, so alongside Meme Maker, they should also have an app that holds every single piece of instructions to every single piece of furniture sold at IKEA. Now just imagine no longer needing to look around those instructional manuals, or if you lose one while building IKEA furniture, you can just open up the Nintendo Switch 2 with the pre-installed app, the IKEA instructions app. Eighth, being serious now, the Switch 2 with the extra USB-C port should be able to connect to microphones so that we can hear the very normal and very calm voice chat that will come from people playing the Switch, because the people who play games online are known to be very respectful. Just look at this Modern Warfare 2 clip.
Yo, you wanna suck my fucking
Search and destroy.
There you go, fucking
Ninth, multiple background colors. Like, come on, just white and black won't cut it. Add multiple colors, like purple, yellow, green, or add a feature so you can mix colors in like patterns, like white and red, also known as the best combination. 10th, the Joy-Cons sorta remind me of something. That's right, a magazine. The Switch 2 should be able to be chambered in 5.56 by 45mm NATO standard to be able to allow your frustrations for not being able to hit shit in the next Splatoon. 11th, we had a game called Babysitting Mama, but that game never got a sequel, so that's why we should have Bomb Defusal Mama, where you get an IED in a box, and upon opening it, you have 1 minute to disarm the bomb, or 8 pounds of explosive go off in your face. 12th, they should add another port, that being the 25-pin connector. This was an essential port that was for some reason missing on the Switch 1, and it really needed it, so that's why it should be on a Nintendo Switch 2. 13th, seeing the Joy-Cons connection port to the main Switch got me thinking, we could connect a breathalyzer to that. So that's why the Nintendo Switch 2 should be able to be connected to a breathalyzer, so police can make sure drunk drivers can't get away by making the cops too distracted. 14th, a good eShop with retro games. Look, I know the Nintendo Switch Online gives you access to play retro games, but being able to buy retro games individually without having to pay for a subscription service would be nice, like the eShops of old. 15th, the speakers on the original Switch were kinda lame, and that's why the Nintendo Switch 2 should have nice professional sounding concert speakers to amp up the audio on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, these won't be too much of a hassle to add, as they're pretty small and will make the Switch overall the same amount of portability, as you know, those speakers are kinda small and can be easily added to the Switch 2. 16th, the Switch 2 will notoriously have a screen on it, and you know what else can have a screen on it? A Geiger counter, so that you can tell that if the IED that came with Bomb Defusal Mama was actually a nuclear weapon and not an IED. 17th, ever since the rise of European empires, there was one thing that was crucial for Western Europeans to amass such empires: Navy. So that's why the Switch 2 should be able to command multiple vessels, like HMS Portland should be able to be controlled by the Switch 2, with the Navy Command application that will be pre-installed. 18th, ever been gaming online and thought, man, this guy is annoying, I wish I can punch them in the face? Well, that's why the Switch 2, you should be able to nab anyone's IP address, social security number, and current location by checking on their profiles. Even if they're not online or don't have Switch Online, you should still be able to look up their personal information in the Switch 2, you know, profile or friend search feature, so that they can't hide. 19th, there should be some sort of Miiplaza app thing like Club Penguin, where there's little mini games based on Nintendo properties, like where you can verse people like in a Mario stage race, or a round of Tetris, or a Metroid 1v1. And this would require Nintendo to lean more into Mii's, but personally, that would be great, as they added a bunch of charm, especially if we can get the Wii U style Miiplaza, where your Mii's and your friends' Mii's just hung around and you can see what they're doing, and maybe we can also add a feature so you can join their game. And 20. I want Swiss Army knives to be embedded into each Joy-Con. And there's my list of the 20 things the Nintendo Switch 2 absolutely needs. If you have any other ideas of what you want to see, leave them in the comments. But other than that, if you enjoyed what you saw, like and subscribe, and if not, tell me why in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.